Everyone, it's Aaron here, and thanks again for joining me. And in this video, I want to talk about developing a charisma. And I'm going to share with you exactly what charisma is and how you can develop it yourself. Because if you ever wanted to be the most exciting person in the room, or the most fun, popular, confident, and I'm pretty sure that you're aware that there's some lucky people that have worked out this like X factor. And it's like they emit a human magnetism that borders on the supernatural. And frustratingly, most of them can't even explain how on earth they do it. And it's no surprise because charisma is an elusive trait. It's difficult to identify and difficult to define. And I'm amazed that in today's world that really nobody understands what charisma is or how to get it. Well, the good news for you is I've spent years and a ton of effort working at how to do both. So let's jump in. Charisma. Charisma is your ability to evoke emotions in people who wouldn't have been able to experience those feelings had you not been there. Pretty simple, eh? So you just have to make people feel emotions as you speak to them. That's the theory. But here's the crutch. Most people cannot evoke emotions in other people with any sort of consistency. And why do you say? Because they haven't practiced the skill. And that causes them to lose out on the opportunity for additional influence, persuasion, and power that you can get into your lives from being more charismatic. And it's no surprise that there's been great leaders in history that have had that Midas touch. Churchill, JFK, Clinton, and there's also been notorious figures. Hitler, Rasputin, David Koresh. And these emotions aren't always working the good. But fortunately, any skill can be practiced. All you've got to do is know what you need to practice. So for this reason, I spent a lot of time working out what gives a person a captivating personality so they can easily influence others and influence the emotions of others. So I'm going to give you 5 key factors that when combined will make you a more charismatic person. So the first thing is attitude. So forget about confidence. It's your outlook on life that controls whether you project yourself with strength. You've got to have this love for yourself. And I think the majority of our problems with other people come from how we actually feel about ourselves. So to develop a carefree and happy attitude, you've got to free yourself from the opinions of other people until you're free to express yourself without fear. And this means stripping away all the bullshit that you've accumulated over your life and developing your self-esteem to the point where you enjoy being the awesome person that you are. Point number 2, spontaneity. Adding the miracle of play to your day really makes things more impulsive, unrestrained, and fun. And this is how you get a life that's exciting to live. And you also can have witty conversations that never run out of steam. But to achieve both, you've got to become a bit of a risk taker. So that means you've got to take action when an opportunity presents itself. And know the knowledge that your decision is going to lead you to some fun and thrill of life, or at least an amusing story to tell your friends about. Number 3, charm. So do you make people feel like royalty when you talk to them? You know, when you're at your most charming because you make those around you feel amazing simply for being them. Whilst like an assassin's smile or a seductive wink can take you pretty far, the real secret of charm lies in the emotions that you wrap around people and wrap around them with words. After all, this is what triggers emotions in people. It's words. Number 4, connection. So sometimes you'll meet people who are totally on your wavelength, but find the relationship sort of frustratingly fizzles out after a few weeks rather than lasting a lifetime. So to connect with people at a profound level, you've got to share a broad spectrum of emotional experiences with them over a meaningful timescale. And it's this combination of circumstances that lowers both your defenses, but it builds trust. But happily, there are some good, effective ways to accelerate this process. And here is number 5, presence. So Marlon Brando, he commanded a powerful presence that was so powerful that women almost passed out on screen when they saw him. Because presence is about adjusting the volume of your personality so that you can get your message across with absolute clarity. And Brando could pull the attention of his audience just even with an introverted presence. So likewise, good old comedian Jim Carrey, his hallmarks of his performance are loud and extroverted, which complements his humor. So the power of your presence is directly controlled by how you are people, how you are around people. So in the coming weeks and more videos, I'm going to give you more tips, strategies based around these themes so they can boost your charisma. And we'll start with some ideas about getting in the right attitude and we'll go from there. So subscribe. My name's Aaron and I'll talk to you again next time. Bye.